Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Haven't done one of these in a little bit. I got a couple things here gotta get done, get through. Let's see what we got. This is Pride and Joy mild ale from Floyds Brewing Company. Awesome. This was bottled on 4/21/14, so it's just a month old. Let's see what we got. It says a classic session ale, Pride and Joy. Mildly combined subtle, well, won't read that, it's tasting notes. But there you go. And these come from the Floyds Brewing Company. Go to 3floydspub.com, and they're from Indiana? Wherever the hell they're from. Keep forgetting where they're from, actually. Oh, Munster, Indiana. So there we go. Yeah, I'm kind of like tired and stuff, so don't know how great this review is going to be. Hopefully I'm not too boring. I got some cleaning up. I got a whole bunch of beers to sort, go through, put them where they need to go. Have a bunch of beers I got to clean out, bottles and stuff. I was thinking about putting up a shelf or something back there with some of my favorite beers on it. I don't know, maybe. See if I get a chance to actually do that. Mild ale. The only thing I didn't see on here, which I'll look in a second, is the ABV. I can't remember exactly the definition of a mild ale in, you know, like English terms and stuff. It's something pretty low, like 3. I know silence is the worst thing when you're doing broadcasting or videoing or anything like that, so, but just not really seeing something, so I had to pay attention. I have no idea what the ABV is on this because I really can't see it. But hey, whatever. Fuck it. Should be low, it's a mild, right? So here we go. It's a hoppy mild. Yeah, you're almost getting a soft pale ale, a soft IPA, more of a pale ale smell out of this. Yeah, there's a lot of citrus coming off this one. There's a little bit of an orange kind of a hint of the citrus note, and then the grapefruit. Get a little bit of earthiness. Mostly it's more citrus forward than anything. Not really getting too much pine. There's a little bit of a back earthiness, but it's a lot of citrus. So basically this tastes kind of like the idea of what these session IPAs are trying to do. Low ABV, lots of hops. Boom, right here. By the smell anyway. Let's get a taste. Cheers. Okay. This mild is basically exactly, they call this one a mild, but basically this is exactly the session IPA I was talking about. Really low malt base, a bit of a high-low mouthfeel, barely no malt base at all, really. A lot of nice kind of, there's an earth tone in the hops backing it up. I think there's a faint little bit of pine mixing in with that earth note. A lot of citrus, a lot of grapefruit playing with those orange kind of notes. Let's see what it says. This classic session ale, Pride and Joy, mild, combines subtle maltiness with a soft citrus hop nose. Like all our beers, it's been brewed for our own demanding tastes. We won't compromise, neither should you. Well, I mean, that's how you have to really look at it with all these breweries. If you don't like this, you don't like this about the beer, they're brewing it basically to what they think the beer should taste like. Maybe not to what, you know, you would like. But there's a beer out there for everyone, so just don't give up. If you can't find a beer right away, there's one out there for you. Just keep looking. Keep diving into it. Maybe the style's not right, or maybe just the brewery's attitude overall is like hop forward this. Everything's hop forward even if it shouldn't be, but that's what they brew. This one's falling into all the same categories as all the other session IPAs. I'll just call this one a session IPA because that's basically what it's trying to be. It's that all day faction. There's so much hop character that if there was a malt base, you wouldn't be able to tell, like I can't now. If there was no hop base, then yes, you probably would say a little bit of breadiness, there's a soft caramel, a very, just kind of touch of an earthy nuttiness way back in the back, but very faint. You could probably do that, and I probably should be able to do that, but with these hops, you really can't get much. It's just there to give a little bit of a mouthfeel so the hops can just do their thing. I find these very omnidimensional. I really don't think these are my kind of ale, per se. They're just not mine. Other people love these things. I just want a little bit more from my beers. Don't know what the ABV is, so sorry about that. I think this is doing its job perfectly well. I think it's enjoyable to drink, and I think a lot of people would really enjoy it. I'm just not too keen on it, but I'm still going to give it an 8. It's really good. For what it is, it's good. It's doing what it's doing. It's doing the job it's meant to do. The only thing that I think is really weird is the IPAs and whatnot that I've been getting from these. They're kind of not really showcasing extremely crazy hops like I thought they would. You know, okay, we're going to super late hop this. We're not going to first boil it at all. That's the other thing. This has a real soft, smooth bitterness. There's a little bit of astringency now as it sets in. But most of these are hopped late, I'm assuming, not hopped early at all. I would doubt any of these should have 60-minute hop additions. It should be 10 and dry hopping, and that's it. Because with sessionability, you don't want that big bitterness because that reduces its sessionable aspect. So, but I'm thinking, I was like, wow, I'm surprised they're not just like throwing huge bits of Nelson Sylvan and Galaxy and Amarillo and Belma and all these kind of crazy, super crazy hops in there. But everything's been basically pretty standard. I mean, you have the hop bitterness, which is somewhat mild, a little bit more astringent as it goes on. But the hop profile has basically just been standard grapefruits, a little bit of orange now and again, or a little bit of lemon, kind of a zest quality. Nothing too crazy, no, like really like blood orange, kind of big juicy sweetness, or you know, kiwis or anything, you know, tangerines. It's just been kind of weird. Like you get that, then you get just a slight earthiness, a little bit of a pine character, a slight dank. I just figured they would be using kind of more experimental, kind of more like strange, or maybe like more just kind of foreign or exotic hops to and then showcase the living hell out of them in these beers. That's all. Not too much to say about it. I mean, it's just one of those kind of mediocre, kind of bland days I'm having, I guess. So maybe I should have waited until tomorrow or something, until a day I felt a little bit more exuberant to do a better review. But yeah, but at the same time, my kind of outlook right now kind of reflects the beer. It's just what it is. These things are just what they are. If you like hops, you'll like it. If you want a nice firm malt base, you won't like it. I mean, that's basically how you look at it. I'm a firm malt base guy. I like hops. I like a lot of hops, but I want a big old malt base there to play with it, to balance it out, you know, that kind of thing. I like double IPAs. I'm a big double IPA fan, but I consider them balanced because there's a big old malt base there to help the, I don't know, just not to make them shine or this or that, or it just makes it so much more enjoyable because you can get sweetnesses and then you can get bitternesses and they play off each other, and the hops will be throwing one flavor and sweetness, but the malt will be throwing a different one. You can kind of do that kind of thing. But these are just basically no malt base, hop forward, drink it. You like hops, that's great, whatever. Kind of a beer. They just don't do anything for me. So, anyway, this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Sorry, this has been a long one and kind of a boring one. I know, sorry. Yeah, cheers.